90 days ago, I was severely depressed, and now I'm as happy as I've ever been, and I'm living my dream life here in Bali. And before you click off this video and think, oh, this is just some other motivational video and some guy just talking about an issue that he's never actually gone through himself, well, no, that's definitely not the case. Like, all I'm going to do in this video is show you exactly how I did it, what worked for me, and just share my exact process that helped me escape my mental prison. And I guarantee it'll help you escape yours as well. And before I start, I just want to make some things really clear. 1, I'm not special. 2, I didn't get lucky. And 3, I definitely didn't just wake up one day and I was magically all of a sudden healed, because that's definitely not the case. For years, and I mean years, I have been in and out of depressive states, some lasting for, a year or more, some lasting for many months at a time. And every time I slipped into one, it just scared the absolute crap out of me, because if you've ever been depressed or you're depressed watching this video, sorry, the waves are quite loud here, but you'll realize that you know how dark it does get, and it is a scary place to be. You're not just sad when you're depressed, like some people think. Like, it's a disconnection from life. You're not excited about anything. You got nothing. You feel like you got nothing to look forward to. Like, you don't even enjoy music anymore. That was a really big one for me. So then naturally, when you do get in these states, you just start to panic, and you start to ask yourself questions like, oh, am I going to be feeling like this for the rest of my life? Is this just who I am? Is this just how life goes? Like, maybe I'm doomed. So then, you find yourself Googling and YouTubing things like how to cure depression. Why am I depressed as a 30-year-old man? How to cure depression as a man. Like, I'd spend hours upon hours trying to overanalyze everything and trying to find the solution on Google. And I even bought a few ebooks and just tried things like that. And that's the scary thing, because you can spend all this time doing all that stuff I just mentioned, and then still be in the same position like a year down the track, which is exactly what happened to me. And I remember when I was severely depressed, I'd wake up every morning, and as soon as I woke up, I'd literally just I'd say to myself, sometimes even out loud, I'd say, here we go again. Just feeling numb, not wanting to get out of bed, just no hope, no direction. Life just seemed so dull. Like, there was nothing that could get me excited. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't want to see anyone. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to lock myself in my apartment, which is what I did. And I'd just try and overthink and think my way out of it. And it just wouldn't work. And I tried meditation, I tried journaling, I tried gratitude practice, I tried even saying positive affirmations at myself in the mirror. I'm not bagging those things, because I still do those things today and they definitely help, but they don't do anything unless you address the root cause of why you're feeling depressed. And nothing changes until you actually consciously change your behavior and a lot of other things that you need to change as well. And I was still out of shape. I was drinking every weekend. I had all these really bad habits. I was binge eating like crazy, just trying to feel something, which food gave me something very short term, because who doesn't love food, right? How can you be depressed while you're eating cookies? You're not at the time, but as you know, it doesn't last. And yeah, I was staying up really late. I was waking up really late. I had no routine. And yeah, obviously no amount of positive thinking can actually fix that when you're doing that stuff. And then I remember back in August, this was, or July, it was in July. I remember being in Kenya. I was with my dad in Kenya and we were on a safari, like such an amazing experience, something that I've wanted to do my whole life. And, you know, obviously I was with my dad, who I love and I'm very close with, and it was a trip of a lifetime. And I remember just thinking to myself, why don't I feel happy? Like, literally, I'd be looking around, there's elephants, there's freaking giraffes, there's lions, like, and it gave me a thrill, but I was like, I just still feel numb, I feel hollow, like, and I remember feeling really guilty about it because I was there. I was somewhere where, you know, not many people actually even get to experience this in their lifetime, and I was doing it. And I've just felt ungrateful. I felt just so frustrated at my mental state, and I just remember feeling like I just want to feel fucking happy. I just want to feel happy. Like, just such a frustrating thing to go through. And then there was another thing that happened in Dubai. I was in Dubai a few days later, and yeah, this was like a really pivotal moment actually in my life. I got a call from my mum when I was around the pool in Dubai, and yeah, she told me some really bad news. So basically she told me that my recording studio business back in Melbourne, it's called Bulldog Studios, she told me that had been robbed. So yeah, 3 years of hard work and risk and trying to grow the business, and $100,000 worth of equipment gone. And that just sent me even lower and sent me into like the worst depressive state I've ever been in my entire life. But at the same time, I'm grateful for it because I remember thinking things can be taken away from you so easily and so quickly. Like, and I just remember thinking like my family were all there for me and they love me dearly, obviously, but I remember thinking, then they're not going to be able to pull me out of this. The only person that's going to be pulling me out of this depression is myself, and I need to make some big changes here. Like, yeah. So that was a really pivotal moment. Those 2 moments on my overseas trip. I remember sitting on the plane on the way home, and I was just thinking like, I know what I need to do, because the thing is as well, I'd been high frequency and I'd felt amazing before. Like I'd been there, and yeah, because I'd been there, I just wanted to get back there so desperately because I knew how good I could feel, and I always felt like, you know, I was destined for way bigger things than what I was experiencing at that point in time. Like, I've always felt different, and I felt like I really was destined for a great life, and I was destined to achieve great things. So when I got home, I stopped searching for cures, I stopped reading ebooks, I stopped all that, and I locked in a process. And that process started with me hiring a high-level mindset and physique coach for myself. Someone who had the body, the mindset, the business, and just the life that I wanted. So I invested in him. I started working on my physique like obsessively. I dialed in my macros. Like I'd work out when I didn't feel like it. I had way more discipline. I set a bedtime and a wake up time for myself like really early. And I started doing all that. I started journaling with intention. And I started like writing in my journal I started writing like the man that I wanted to become. And I started asking myself, like, on a daily basis, okay, what does future Matt do in this situation? How does future Matt think in this situation? Like, I started actually behaving like the future version of me that I wanted to become, and I knew I had to become. I stopped chasing cheap dopamine. I stopped scrolling. I stopped binge eating. I literally stopped doing anything that didn't align with where I wanted to go and that didn't align with, the future version of me. And then I also stopped drinking alcohol, completely stopped, like not just one, completely stopped. That was like massive for me. And also I set myself a challenge. So I set myself a 75 hard challenge, and it was a content challenge because I'd always wanted to do it. I just always was held back by other people's opinions and what people might think of me. But I thought, you know what? I want to prove to myself that I can do something difficult, and I want to prove to myself that I can show up every single day and do something, hold myself accountable. And I knew that was going to help me build extreme discipline, because you don't feel like talking to the camera and posting every day, especially when you've never done it before in your life. So that helped me immensely. And then also another thing that I did, I started praying to God every single day. And I just would pray to him and just surrender and just trust that, he had my back and that he had, had a plan in store for me, and, that all this stuff that I was going through was just a test. So yeah, that was a big part of the journey as well for me. Just having faith in God, and I've always been a Catholic, and that has definitely helped, and I still pray every day now. Like, it's a game changer. This is probably going to piss a lot of people off, but I really don't believe that depression is a chemical imbalance. I believe that depression is a lifestyle and identity issue, and obviously behavior, which goes hand in hand with who you see yourself as and who you see your what identity you attach to yourself. Like, and I do feel like depression is your higher true self screaming at you from the inside, trying to tell you, like, stop living this way. You're better than this. This is not you. This is not us. Like, you need to make a change. And no amount of medication can fix that. But what can fix it is getting aligned, figuring out where you want to go, lining up your daily habits, even the small stuff that you're probably overthinking like I was, and just actually going through behavioral changes and pulling yourself up daily and asking yourself, is this what I should be doing? And is this what I need to be doing to go where I need to be going and to feel how I want to feel? And yeah, I truly believe that if you do those things, you can beat depression for good. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I still have my down days. The other day I woke up really, really flat, and when I woke up, I started panicking, because I thought, far out, I hope that it's not creeping back in and all this stuff. But the difference between now and back then is I just follow my process now. I know exactly what to do to get me out of that state. And literally the other day when I woke up like this, an hour after I first woke up, I started doing my morning process, and then I got some sun, went for a walk, and just like that, I felt back up to my high frequency again. Like, it was just that easy, because I've locked in the process now. I know exactly what to do. And yeah, you're gonna have down days. Like, it's part of the human experience. And you're not gonna feel amazing 100% of the time, but I guarantee you can and you should feel amazing 99.9% of the time, because you really can. Life is beautiful, and you might not be thinking that now, but trust me, it is. Like, life is beautiful, and yeah, it's no way to live how you're living right now and feeling how you're feeling right now. It's just horrible. Yeah, like I said, now I'm living in Bali, and this is exactly what I help other guys with now. Like, this is my job now. I'm a coach, and I help people help guys that are going through it, help them fix their habits, and I help them get out of the same position that I was in because I know exactly how to do it. So yeah, it gives me great joy to help people go from down in the dumps to feeling like I feel. And yeah, it's truly a blessing to be here because I've dreamt of this moment, sitting on a beach looking at the waves right now, like talking to you. And I've always wanted to do this. So yeah, my Instagram is in the description below. I share my daily process every single day on my stories, and I share a lot of reels and talk about different stuff. And yeah, it's definitely going to be beneficial for you to give me a follow and keep up to date with, you know, how I'm living my life. Any advice that I can give people, I happily give it. And you know, if you're ready to actually really get my help, like, and we can work one-on-one, yeah, DM me the word ready on Instagram, and I'd absolutely love to help you because I don't think anyone should be feeling depressed. And yeah, it's so possible because I've done it. I'm here, I'm living proof. 3 months ago, I was absolutely ruined. And sometimes I'd laugh because I can't even believe this is my life now. But yeah, it all starts with you. And yeah, I'll be seeing you on the next one. Let's go.